We really are getting stronger and stronger, and this is just nice. We can just move through big packs of everything now and just make progress really smoothly. We can get these blue packs and knock them down. I'm liking this a lot. Oh, Alva's new content. Oh boy. Hello and welcome back to Path of Exile Necropolis League. This is a build guide series. We're about episode 8, I believe, and we're playing a Cyclone of Tumult Slayer class. And we've already ascended. We just got our Terminus Est and a 5 link for our Cyclone of Tumult. We just tried it out at the end of the last episode. It's amazing. We have no real socket pressure, meaning we have plenty of sockets to work with. We'll be working towards a 6 link chest, and we'll be going over some of the new things that get introduced around this time. We're in Act 6. We're having a fun. This is really nice. We already have one of these flasks automated. We have this automated now and it's using life tap, so it uses life instead of mana, so that we don't have any mana pressure, or very little. And it's going to be Withering Step, Phase Run, and Steel Skin. That takes care of our bleed issues, not our corrupted blood, but at least our bleed issue. And it's really nice. We're having a blast. This is easy stuff, having a good time, so let's get into it. And we'll probably go over this as well. But let's get out here and get into the fight and advance these quest lines. And we can go right back in here. I think we found the waypoint already. It takes a long time to load that. A long time, like a second. And let's go. We're going to peel off and do the mud flat, or the title island. Let's see if anything cool. Not really. I don't usually mess with these or move them around. We could put this in here. Ooh, this will pump things up though and make these an Affliction mob. Oh well. Let's give it a shot. All right. Oh, we're here. And Hollow Blade Flask. We'll take a look at that. These Affliction mobs are powerful. See, it's primal empowered, but they can drop some tattoos that we could put on our passive tree. Oh, there's another smuggler's cache. It might drop a quest. No, I guess the quests aren't dropping. Where's the green quest that usually drop there? I don't know why it's not doing it. But this is our Cyclone of Tumult. We're having a good time with it. We're going to get it even stronger. Ooh, we'll take that one. And that. Oh, we'll take. He actually bumped us out of the way. And those guys are tough. These are, if you ever use a omen like that and put Affliction mobs in your map, expect some beefy guys there. Oh, we get 2 portals on that one. Like this guy. I mean, he's not that bad. Our Cyclone is nice, decently sized for this early on. We'll take that. Vestal's Manuscript, trade that in, and we'll just keep on going. We're just having fun. Decent speed. We're going to get our speed up, moving even faster, though. This is adequate, but not fast enough. I want it faster. Oh, let's take care of this guy. Is he primal empowered? I don't think so. That's that dust. You see that dusty explosion? That usually means a death of Oh, you know what? We'll actually start leveling this one up, too. We can level it off in our offhand. Right there. Cool, but I don't want to level too many of the gems in the offhands. The prices aren't that great, and it's a pain sitting here having to, click, 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 all that. I think there's better uses of, unless we can find something really, really, really valuable. But the problem is they're valuable for a while, and then everybody gets on them, levels, and all of a sudden you go to sell, and yours are worth 5 chaos or something. Not fun. So we just jump through there, and we'll go into the next area. Anything cool? Nope. And away we go. Oh, here's another one of these. So we got 3 contracts to do down at the actual heists, but no the green quest type ones, which is a little strange. But oh well. We'll do those in a few levels when we get a little bit stronger. And away we go. And this is a reward. What do we have? A life. We might be able to find a nicer one. We still need to improve this. This is all pretty bad gear overall. But all you really need to succeed is a nice Terminus Est. You could even get by with a no sockets on here, and just using a 5 link here and then a 4 link somewhere else. You could get away with a 1 chaos Terminus Est without a problem at all. Let's see what this is. 50 life, so that's 86 life. The other one is 81 life. We got some armor on there, regen, and reflect. And we could, yeah, this other one's, well, the one we have on is good enough for now. And we're still doing the, you know, the alterations where we sell all these for alterations, and then we sell 60 of them for 20 chaos. It's still a really good, viable strategy. Let's go to our hideout and explain one other little thing that's kind of important. You know, to get a decoration, let's say something like the Necropolis locker or the, let's see, edit, we'll go over here, the heist locker, stuff like that. Go into decorations and then search for heist or whatever it is. Let's say heist. There it is. And drop it in there. Now, I've already done that with the heist locker, my crafting bench, all the different things, all these things, all the NPCs that I want in there. Gwennon, she should be in there somewhere. There she is. But what you want to do is you want to come up here and then make sure this affinity is clicked on. So if you click that, that's good. Because then what happens is, let's go to our heist locker and make sure the affinity is clicked on there as well. And that way, when you go to your stash, you can just control left click and it automatically gets put in your stash. Now these, I want a few of these right here so I can just walk up and right click and it makes a portal to the heist area, the harbor. And it only uses 1 coin per time. But the rest of them, I'm just going to store right in my heist locker. Pretty cool. And let's keep going. And go right back in here. And away we go. Oh, there's a quest to turn in. What did I get for this? Nothing. So basically, I've been working on ideally 3 different things. Mana, health, so we don't die, so we become tanky. 4 things: damage and movement speed. Right now, a little bit of a concern is going to be our mana next. I don't know when we're going to be able to address that with the 2 rings. What we use is 2 rings that have -3 to channeling cost of skills. Skills that have channeling cost, like this is a channeling cost spell. See how it says channeling and it's a skill? We're going to have 2 rings on here that reduce the cost by 3. Well, our mana cost is a total of 6 when we get the 6th link on there. So it'll essentially make this free to cast, so we don't care about this mana at all then. We've used life tap to use that to get our, to trigger all these things. The only thing we have to worry about is the cost to cast this, which is 11 mana. And that's about it. Maybe a leap slam, which costs 14 mana. So very little mana, then we can just use up tons of it. That'll be a concern, but then we're going to lose the 51 life on hit. So the rings that we get need some life on hit and some channeling cost. So we'll look for those and hopefully we'll land them and we'll see what happens. That'll be the solution. I could upgrade, you know, a bunch of other gear. I could upgrade probably these pretty soon, but I could upgrade this. We're going to be upgrading that. We could upgrade this. We could upgrade these, but there's no real rush. I mean, we're doing fine. Everything's just, you know, this guy here's an elite and it's not a problem. It's just, there's no real rush to do it. I'm fine. Pretty cool. All right, let's go do this, this quest in here. And also this is going to unlock our Pantheon as well. Oh, there's 2 things in here. Interesting. All right, let's get this guy down. And can we actually just face tank that? We can. And that. And that. And that. And that. And then we can just... This is too easy, guys. We're just destroying everything. Very cool. Easy mode. And we're just going to get stronger and stronger with the more points we have to spend. Let's open this up. And... Ooh, he hit pretty hard, though. Easy. Ooh, an amethyst ring. That's interesting, but only if it was... well, we need the channeling skill on there, too, so... No. Okay. This way? And this is another new content that we're opening up here to us. This is called our Pantheon, and you're going to get one of each of these are the minor gods down here, and see how that's highlighted? It's not activated yet, and then one of these. So at first we have no choice, we might as well just click that, and it's going to do 3% additional physical damage reduction per second you've been stationary. Well, that's terrible for us, we're moving around, so that's no good. But we'll unlock more, and we'll be able to pick the ones that benefit us the most. Let's keep going. And then you can also capture bosses in the map system at the end in the Atlas, and unlock even more of the buffs or debuffs for each of the gods as well. Pretty cool. I've not really been caring about these. I've just been using these for turn a regular item into a rare, and then vendoring it, because it's pretty valuable that way. Vendoring something like that, if we had done it half of a alteration orb. This thing right here was kind of actually interesting. Let's see, just this item by itself. I guess we could put on there and there. Let's see how much this sells for. Just 1 chaos. Let's see if we can sell it for a chaos. I wouldn't mind if we got a chaos out of that, just the base item, because they'll re-roll it and make it their own way. We should make a tab that is like just 1 chaos, like empty this thing out. And that way you have a 1 chaos and you just dump items in there. And if somebody wants it, they get it. It's faster than doing it this way, where you have to put the item in there, change the price individually, and eventually you'll get to that point. If you have multiple tabs, you can go 5, 10. Then when you get tired of selling the 5 chaos ones, you just have a 10, a 20, a 50, a 100. And then sometimes you'll get tired of selling for 10 and you only have a 20, or maybe a 50 is worth it to you. So it just depends on what's worth your time. Pretty cool. Ooh, we get another book, and we get 2 points to spend now. With this Terminus Est and in general, I want more crits. So right over here is our crit areas. Also in the last video, if you want to take a look at the path of building, I put a link in there, and then down below in the description below, there'll be a path of building for this current snapshot of whatever we're doing right here. So 2 points. Let's get some extra crit and extra crit chance. Over here is crit multiplier, meaning if you do get a crit, it'll be multiplied by more. Eventually that becomes more important as we get this up and up. I think I've got this as high as my crit chance up as high as 50, 60%, maybe even more. But right now this will be okay. And then we're going to take that one. That's a big one. And then right here, if the creature's on full life, we have 150% extra crit chance against it. Now, it doesn't help with bosses, but it helps with maps to be able to get that first big hit in. It's pretty cool. So let's apply that. Let's see what it does to our... We hold it there. We're at 5803, and not too much. We're just building this up, this crit chance thing. 14%. All right, let's keep going. At the end of the last episode, we showed you an expedition, and that's where you plant the dynamite and explode it in a chain. Well, it was highlighted in yellow. Physical damage, they're immune, so that would be bad, but this one's cold damage. Don't care really about that. So let's plant these. We'll take a quick look around. It looks like I'll want maybe something like those. I want those, and maybe over here. That. Fine. And I don't want to spend too much time. I could read every one of them and improve the chances of logbook drops, all kinds of things you can do with this. But for me, I just want to open up these chests, get the little currency that pops up that we can spend. Look at that item. Nice. We'll take that and that and that and that and open up that chest. Just destroy all these things. Then we get a bunch of chests to open up. And then that currency we can spend in a multitude of different ways. Let's see if it actually shows up. No? Come on. Oh, we haven't got any of it yet. Didn't look like we landed any currency on that. I guess it's possible. And away we go. Occasionally you'll run into something like this. 4 additional skills or projectiles. Let's put that down there. I mean, that's one of the very few ones that are pretty powerful sometimes. You'll see it as 6 additional projectiles, and all of a sudden you can get shotgunned down, so that caught my eye. I'm actually going to try to sell this one for 4. It sounds funny, but... And here's the thing. Normally, if I wasn't doing this tutorial, and acting as if I'm a brand new player, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be rushing to the, I'd be risking everything, rushing to the maps and getting better loot there. But I'm trying to show you how to get enough loot so that you can buy decent gear on your way there. So we're going to sell this for 1 chaos. It might sell for that, but we're going to sell it for 4 alterations, and that's 1.3 chaos. But people will pay that and not the other one. And you notice what I'm also doing is, oh, I'd like to buy your silo map. That's something else. 1 second. And we'll make this trade with this guy, but I won't count that towards my, because this was the stuff I had from my last guy. And 1 map, 6 chaos for 1 map. Nice. Or a tier 7 map. Not this one, wrong map. Maybe he wants that one. Ah. Maybe he wanted a special one? There. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't notice that he wanted a special map. Cool. We'll just put that back. And the 6 we'll put back over with our other currency from before that we aren't touching. Nice. But despite having all that chaos, I'm literally still doing this. So I guess that could prove that I'm actually doing what I'm saying I'm doing. And doing it the painful way, which is just working with the stuff we have here. In fact, I found a couple items worth 45 chaos each, and I didn't even though it was a lucky find, I didn't put it into our pot here to use, because that would throw things off. I wanted it to be not a lucky run at all. Just pure whatever we drop, we drop. Cool. Oh, we got another Delirium. That changes everything, puts the fog in. And if you look in the bottom left, there's a little counter that goes up as we get more kills. And the idea is to stay in the fog, but the fog is moving and drifting. So you try to stay in it, and you get more points, and then it unlocks more and more rewards. And there's ways to improve that in maps. It's pretty cool. That's another whole... Some people would just play Delirium at the end, and they do that, and they specialize in it, and they have a good time, and they really optimize it and make a lot of loot out of it. Pretty cool. Oh, detonate. That's okay. We lived through it. Beautiful. And we'll take this and this and this, and we'd like to get it at least to the 3rd rank. Let's see if we can do that. These guys are tough. And we'll drop a totem to help. Pretty soon we're going to have Culling Strike. And Hollowed Life Mask. We'll take that and just take a look at it if I can get over there. And oh boy. I want to get it just to unlock the next level. See, it's almost there. And come on, break those guys out. And there. It looks like an armor and a weapon. Probably not that good. I'd like maybe a currency reward, but you can get tons and tons of rewards. And very unique gear out of this as well. So it's pretty cool. And we'll just take this. I might start taking the smaller stuff because, you know, this is just really big and I'm going back quite often. And once that fog stops, there's the timer at the top. It'll drop. All the stuff will drop on the ground. There it is. And it's just this. And in this case, I'll take the 2 small things and that, and I'll drop that on the ground because I got to keep going. You're going to come to more of the Trials of the Ascendancies as well, and this time you have to do 3 instead of 6, I believe it is. Here's one of them, and it'll be in green text over here, so make sure you go in and do them. Once you've done them once on a character in the same league, in the same mode, like Trade League, I don't have to do it again, so I don't have to go back there, because we've already done it. I have. At this point, I think I should actually update, and there's a way to do it on filterblade.xyz. You're going to go down there, and I have if you want to search an item filter on my channel, you can do that as well. But let's go to game. We're going to go to from soft restrictions to to regular. And if we play apply, nothing changes. That might be a little too. Let's see what happens with semi-strict. Save. Nothing again. We'll do regular and see if that's it's a little more restrictive on the drops, but I'm getting a lot of drops here. It's going to end up slowing me down. I would like some kind of what do you call it? An item filter that just shows me like the four socketed things and the smaller stuff to be able to turn into alteration shards real quickly. But I'll deal with this. I'll be right back. It didn't take long, and that was 4 chaos worth of loot just cleared out of there. And that's why I can afford to buy something like a Terminus Est, even though it was 16 chaos and made a deal for it. I'll be able to buy a 6 link. I'll be able to buy whatever I want. Especially these rings that are going to cost a lot too. So it's pretty cool. That's how you do it. Don't pass that stuff up and then sell alterations in bulk. That's one way you can do it. There's a lot of ways. Selling maps, that can do it too. Nice. This all flame will drop expedition currency from creatures then. Nice. And we found this thing, and we got a point to spend. Increased fire damage. I'm going to augment that and then test it on the market to see how much it's worth. We'll collect this guy, and we'll spend this point. Our damage should go up, up, up. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be chance to maim enemies on a critical strike. And maim, if you hold down Alt, it slows their movement speed down, which is cool, but not a big deal. But we'll be maiming them as well now. All right, so let's turn this off just to see the difference it makes. 76.95, and this is just your sheet. This is not a accurate number. It's something to look at though. Something. 76.95, and a little bit, a chunk. Nice. We'll turn this back on and let's do it. If you're having problems, you can switch over from pulverize to fortify. Where is it? Right here. You could do fortify on here instead of pulverize. And you know what? I think we might just do that just because now when we're hitting stuff like that, watch what happens here. Instead, and pulverize or fortify is amazing. It does more damage, so we're getting a 14% more multiplier, which is cool. Pulverize does a more multiplier on area damage as well. That's really good as well. But it slows our attack speed down. This thing does more damage, but then it does a fortify buff to us, which is pretty much, I think it's less damage, 20% less damage across the board while the buff is active. So let's see how easy it is to get it active. And there it is, and it's at 20%, or at full 20 stacks of it. And see how it has a debuff counter down, 5 seconds, 4. And there's ways you can make it longer and more powerful than that, but that's a whole different story. So we'll go from there. I like this, and then we'll be even stronger. We'll be about as strong and a lot more tanky now, especially for bosses, because that's nice to have a 20% barrier thing of just reduction of damage. Nice. But we'll get a 6 link up pretty soon here, sooner than later. We're already just kind of just flying through creatures now. I mean, it's just really nice. And that's the whole thing. I didn't with Molten Strike, it hits pretty hard, but I don't like having to stop and swing every time. It's just done, done, done. Ooh, let's do this. Here we go. We'll turn the map off so a little more clarity, and we should be able to just base tank this guy. I gotta do it. We gotta have fun. Let's face tank him. Whatever his hits are. And whatever. Okay, so far so good. Next phase, we'll face tank her. And this thing, we'll tank it. Nice! We tank that hit. Some of the hits are weird to take. And the next stage, put a totem down. And he's trying to hit us, but he's not doing anything. Well, he's hitting us, but we're instantly healing back up. Not by using these, we didn't use a single heal. No mana potions, nothing. All we did was do life gain on hit a ton because of our Cyclone of Tumult. And it's just good. It's a lot of fun. Cool. And away we go. Sometimes you'll talk to Sin and he won't give you a thing, and then other times there are certain events where he will give you a Pantheon upgrade or a unlock. Cool, let's keep going. There might be a craft right here for you as well. I already got it, so it's not there for me. We've already done the recipe where we get a bauble for selling a total of 40%. And you can sell multiple sets at the same time. So I usually wait till I get a ton of these things going, too many, and then I just unload a whole full inventory and get it as close to an even 40% quality-wise in total on a bunch of them. So at like 120 or 200, and then I'll get 5 of the baubles back. But this one works as well for the 40%. If you sell a 20% one, you get a Gem Cutter's Prism back, but we're going for this. Let's see. And we'll get as close as possible without spending too much. 32, maybe an 8. There we go. And those probably add up to it too, but I'll leave those for later. And we're going to sell. Nice. And we get a Gem Cutter's Prism. And these probably sell for about a chaos each. Oh, a little more than that. Or ish, maybe 2 for, yeah, about 1 chaos each. But we need them, so I'm not going to sell them. And how many do we have? A total of 1. Thought we had 2. Didn't we sell a 20? I thought we had 2. Might have to, that might have, did that end up in here? Because we sold a 20%er. A little disappointing. Oh well, we'll eat the loss. And then this item. I said we were going to do something with it. That 16% increased fire damage, it's a tier 1 roll because these all run tier 1s. And it's the top of the line roll. Now the item level is low. Let's see if we can augment something cool onto it. Adding a second thing. Burning damage, so it's complementary. There's a possibility that somebody would be using an Adorn Jewel and maybe trying to multiply this by 2.5x, 150%. 1 and 150%. How you define it there. So let's find out. We're gonna... What? Why doesn't it show both? Come on. Ignored stats. 2 pseudo stats. Burning damage, but fire damage and burning damage. Weird. 1 chaos. I'm going to say maybe 5 chaos. There's a chance that it could sell for a lot more, but if somebody buys it, they do. And we'll just stick it in there. We'll actually go 4 chaos. I don't know if there's a complementary. There's some that can sell for multiple divines. 8, 9, 10, 12 divines or more. You just have to get the right sets. Usually like life plus maybe attack speed, something like that. There's different sets. And what do we get this? You'll just have to try and you could search and find out what the highest magic type jewels like that are and what the stats are on them, and then try to roll for those and sell them. It's pretty cool. I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money and I spent a lot of money. I spent 300 divine on a build last build last league. When you look at this, try to find one with a chromatic, like a blue, yellow, red, but I don't see one, so we'll just take this one and ID it. Maybe it's great. A lot of life? No. If it doesn't have a lot of life, pretty much for a leveling element, it's not that really that good. So we'll just get rid of it. And we're getting more alchemies. I'd rather kind of not, but we'll see. And let's keep going. You really should be resistance capped by now as well, meaning your fire, cold, and lightning damage should be 75. Why did I... For some reason, my cap must have got risen for this thing. Yeah, it raised my resistance cap. Interesting. Nice. It's usually 75. And that one raised it. Additional resistance. Interesting. So it actually raises the cap as well. I don't think I ever noticed that before. I learned something new. I thought that just raised your resistances, but I figured, oh, they wouldn't raise your resistance cap. They did. Well, that's really nice, actually. Cool. Here's a little side area that unlocks a Pantheon thing, a god. And let's take care of this guy. He's kind of an interesting little side boss. A lot of fire damage, like a ridiculous amount. And look at that. He just really pounds you. And then dive in here. And you gotta... I think you actually have to fight these guys. You can't just rush through here. I've done it where I rushed through and I think it didn't unlock the door at the other end. So you kind of got to actually fight them, I think. And since then, I think I always have. Maybe I could be wrong, but... And there we go. There's the door. Put that down. Let's see if we can take the hit. Wow, that's just ridiculous. The damage we're doing is through the roof, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. This is just, like, mediocre. It's pretty cool, though. And we could be doing more. We're really tanky. I like it. We could put Pride there. And then that would be doing a lot more damage. And then probably the Pulverize would be more damage. And it's just easy stuff. So this doesn't really help us at all. But this one, let's see what this does. Less ignite damage if we get ignited. But we can't be ignited because of our Purity of Elements. We're immune. So those two are useless to us. But we keep going. I'll take the bow and then keep going. And that's the quest up in the top right. That's optional, and that's why. Looks like I might want to get stun immune next, or within the next... I think I'm going to go with stun immunity too. This is kind of laughable. I can't be shocked, so I would love, you know, to stack stuff that doesn't hurt me up, or stuff that always stuns when I get stun immune, and we're going to get stun immunity right here. We can take it now if we wanted to. Let's do it. Just for fun. Now we can't be stunned. Now we can't evade anything, but I'm okay with that. You'll see why. Oh, we got a buyer for our Remnant of Corruption that we found earlier. And we found that, so we actually get the sale for it. So let's go in here. Oh, we got to go to our hideout. And we'll give it to him. Pretty cool. And Remnant of Corruption. Let's see. It should be highlighted a little bit in purple, barely. I wish they had like flashing green it or something. And I'll take the 2 chaos. We're rich. Nice. Thank you. And away we go. I'm going to try to get up to 120 alterations instead of 63. And that way I'll be able to sell 120 for 40 chaos at exactly 3 chaos per. And I think I'll be able to do that because if you're selling in bulk, people they pay for the convenience. So they'll pay a little more to be able to buy 120 in one shot. So we're going to save up 120 of these. Cool. There's an Atlas node that buffs you every time you get a Nico node in your thing. And so people are forcing Nico into their maps. This used to be less common, but I think now it's almost, I don't know, more than half the people are using it. And it buffs you and makes you move faster. I suspect if so many people are using it, they're going to end up nerfing it next league. They already nerfed it once about 2 or 3 years ago. But I think they're going to nerf it again. I'm worried because I really like it. I've used it for years. Getting those rampage stacks up from the gloves up to 220. Not bad. Just moving around, having fun. And I don't really, I'm not trying to like get the number up crazy high, but that was pretty high. And if we take a look at this right here, we need to do a little side quest. That's for another Pantheon god to unlock. So it's right over here. And let's go take it. Let's go dive in there. Oh, nice. And we got another point to spend. Let's spend that real quick. Right over here. And this is not gonna change our number at all because it's not conditionally checking if the creature is at full life or not. So it doesn't know. We're just gonna have our base critical strike chance go up by 150 cents. The base part, not the calculated from here part. If it was more, that would be crazy, but no. But not bad, we're getting there. And then let's test it out. It's something. It'll just help us crit more often on those first hits, because I want to be able to just, whoa, easy. I just want to be able to move through these places smoothly. Red, green, and blue, I'll take it. I'll take the augment, and we'll keep going. Let's just blast this open, let's see. We'll start right here, why not? I'm not going to spend very much time at all on that one. And how about those? Why not? I don't think I've ever bricked one, though. Especially since they added the yellow. Before they didn't have the yellow warning text. But I've never bricked one. The only thing that can really brick me is the physical reflect over the years. And I just haven't happened to hit it. We're getting a lot of coins out of these, though. Some coins, not a lot. And what about this one? None out of that one. Let's see out of these. Barely there. 16 of those. Not bad. Something. And this is where the Pantheon god is. And he's going to be, we're going to fight him right up here, but we got to unlock him by doing this to his buddies over here. He has a buddy over here. And a buddy over here. And gone. And then you just walk up here, drop a totem. And he has a different, like a halfway mark. Or no, there we go. Almost got him on the first prior to a dive. Easy stuff. Let's back out and keep going. I left a little too early. Let's see if he shows me the Pantheon that opened up. It did. And this is actually I left a little too early. Usually Sin comes down, but there we go. It opened up this one, and this is the one I actually want. See how it's highlighted now with the little spikes? That's activated now, and then we're going to also get the upgraded effect once we capture that boss, upgrade effects do not apply until the quest and End to Hunger is completed. Upgraded effects. End of Hunger. Did we just not get credit for that? Never seen that pop up before. Weird. I'm going to pop back in there and see if that happened that way. It's possible. But this actually, I mean, it's easy to get back to, but really? I've never left that quick. I was a little impatient. Is he here that I have to talk to him? Let's see. He should like float down or something. Oh, there he is. Does this, let's see if we can bring up Y. Does it, it's still that way. Does it not count as it? I've never seen that part there. See that red below that? Did I mess something up by doing that? Maybe. Usually I wait until he comes down. Interesting. Or maybe it's one of these quests. Let's move this over here. We'll take the point. Let's take a look at that. Was it one of these quests? No. Was it this quest? Holy cow, that's a lot of books. Thanks. And no, End of Hunger. Let's maybe it's on here. Let's take a look over here. End of Hunger. No. Did I break this now? Let's see. Did I find a bug? Because everybody else just waits and I got impatient? No. The End of Hunger. I don't know. Well, I know what we'll do. We'll see if it actually works. How about that? We'll test it out together. AAASSSS. Come on. Why can't I use that? I can't use this outside. There. Come on. There. Now let's see if it actually fills back up. It should. Is it not doing it? Charges through. No, it's working. That upgrade, the upgrade effect does not apply until the End of Hunger is completed. Interesting, but that's for the boss stuff. Maybe I never noticed it. Sorry about that. Let's get some raw damage now. Right here and here. And then we're going to take this one and then that 10% more. So 10,000, what is it? 10,525, 11. Nice. Pretty cool. I think you can actually sell these too. How much are these worth? 3 for 1? 1 for 1? Maybe 3 chaos? Let's see if I can actually sell these. I'd rather have the chaos for them. So, we're going to go like this. I'm going to make a what do you call it? One of these. You just right click, move it up there, and we'll say right here. We'll right click on it. I'll make it white, and then I'll say public, individually, or set price for all items to 1 chaos. And then I don't know if I have to have a stack or I can just go like that. But that should be 1 chaos each. That's the intention there. And we'll see what happens. And because I've been a little too thorough with everything, we're in a level 55 area, or 49 area, with level 49 mobs. We're over leveled. So what I'm going to try to do is ignore creatures and just plow through things and just not even fight. Just get through this to, try to find the end. Just not even ignore all this and try to get to where we got to be. I'll take these just because they're blues. And then I get slowed down because I find some loot. Oh boy. But we keep going. There's a couple of things I want to use up. This one and this one. I want to put it on the higher level. This thing's going to give us a ton of Sulphite. In fact, from one map, when you use an appropriate leveled all flame of Sulphite, you can get 60,000, 100,000 Sulphite. You can cap out your Sulphite, and I've done it from one map, and a ton of Azurite. So we're going to go like that. Now the thing is, it turns those creatures into delve creatures, and they can really shotgun you down, so you got to be a little careful. But if you want a lot of Sulphite, watch that. We got, let's see how much from this one guy. 1720. I've gotten, well, this is going to be lower level stuff, but still tons of just ridiculous amounts. From one, I do one map and I'm completely full. That's how crazy it is. There's almost 100 Sulphite, 114 just out of that pack alone. For instance, we're going to need 20 Gem Cutters Prisms just to improve the quality of this item right here. Actually, this item right here. And if you hold down Alt, it shows you why. That's 5% more. It's a more multiplier when it's at 20% quality. That, or we might just buy one if it's cheaper. Sometimes you can just buy it and it's cheaper because that's essentially 20 chaos. So I might look for one that's for sale that has like 15, 16% or more quality, and then just level it up in the back and then save the 20 chaos that way. Pretty cool. And I got to do that with a lot to almost all my gems to get them up to 20% quality, because that it all adds up, and more damage, more and more fun, easy stuff. You can also run the labyrinth and add quality to a gem that way as well. But I don't like running labs that much. I just like doing this kind of stuff. So as you're coming up here, don't miss. There's a craft like right around it, right there. Normally, I got it last time, so it's not here. And then we have to move these things slowly but surely. We have to escort them to their locations. And this should be a big chunk of damage, and the overwhelms any kind of physical damage reduction that any of the creatures have, armor or anything like that. It overwhelms even more of their damage, so we're doing more damage, but that won't show up on this sheet, of course. So we have to move a little bit just to get it to register, which is still kind of weird. And let's see what this does to our damage. Easy, heal, more. Oh, geez, those guys jumped in from a long ways away. And then you have to click here and carefully click up on there and run down and jump right in. We're going to go to the next area, and we're almost done with this entire act. There we go. And we just got an interesting item. We were just talking about Gem Cutter's Prisons a little bit. Now this item it dropped as 20% quality. So let's take this up. We could sell that for a Gem Cutter Prism to what do you call it? To a vendor. But this thing will sell for easily three, maybe four or five. These might be just people that aren't actually responding. So we could sell it for 4 chaos. I think we should do that. So that's nice. We get 4 chaos. I think we could easily get that for it. And then we could buy 4 Gem Cutter's Prisms, which we would apply to our Cyclone. And let's go to the next area, the Brine King. Come on. What's going on? Did I not do something correctly? Maybe. I didn't notice, but we're here. I was like, where? I thought I put the flag up there. Yeah, we're here. And here's an Einhar Red Beast. So they're going to be tougher. We're doing okay versus him. Let's see. I don't mind if there's tiny ads around because they're helping us heal with all the life gain on hit. And I do not like those red explosion things. It seems like those are new this league. Ooh, our first 6-socketed item just dropped. And it highlights it nicely for us. And let's grab it. We'll take that. And we can vendor that off for 7 Jeweler's Orbs. And that's usually what people do with them. Nice. And we're going to sell that Ruby Flask. And let's go sell it to him. We had the cheapest price on a regular junky Ruby Flask, but he wanted it, and we're going to give it to him. We're going to go to our hideout. And Ruby Flask. Sell for 3. This one. Nice. He should be over here. Don't make me come there. That doesn't make sense. Dude. Sacred hideout. My hideout. There you go. And let's see what he might give us more. The last guy gave us 6. And he's kind of ready. Maybe not. There, now he's ready. Nope. Yep. Thank you. Done deal. Cool. And we sell that for 1 chaos. So we get our chaos out of it that way. It's kind of a roundabout way, but if I tried to sell that for 1 chaos, it would never sell. The list is super long and nobody really buys them. But if I list it for 3 alterations, I get put towards the top of the list and people buy the stuff from me that way. pretty tricky. And there's our 7 Jeweler's Orbs for that. Nice. And here's the 5th beast. I didn't really want to do this, but I kind of want to show you guys what the fights are like with Einhar at this level. Let's grab this, and I guess we could just go do it right now. Let's do it. We'll go in here, create that. This needs more dexterity to get to the next levels up. We'll get more dexterity, and we're gonna go do an Einhar fight in the bestiary right here in your menagerie. And let's go do it. And it's a level 55-ish one, so let's see. A 50. And yeah, it was level 50. It's this one. 8 chromatic orbs if we win the fight. Drop that down, and away we go. And we should win the fight, right? Easy, easy, easy. Nice. Sometimes they'll hide out in these little alcoves too. And there we got 8 chromatics. Not bad. Here we go. We're going to do the Brine King fight now. This one's kind of interesting. What you want to do is not move too much when the place gets surrounded in the little white circular things up here. So it's just an interesting fight, and it's kind of really tight quarters, so here we go. Let's do it. Hello. And we'll start winding up, and away we go. And it's going to be multiple phases. And there we go. And I don't want to keep spinning while I eat up mana, but you just walk between these things, heal up if you have to. I walk so fast that it's easier if you walk slower and don't move very much, because you just have to barely get out of the way. But this is fine. And a bunch of ads come along. Nice. And it's easier when you move just a little bit. Like that. It's just tough. There we go. And put that down. And away we go. And oh boy, here it comes again. I'd like to do the next labyrinth, but I don't think we have the areas unlocked technically. Heal up real quick, so those things I can't see them. There we go. And away we go. Come on, and done. Nice. And we'll take all this stuff. Does Sin give us anything? Yep. Now this is our first major one, but this is you cannot be stunned if you've been stunned or blocked in the last 2 seconds. So it kind of gives you an out for a stun block, but we're immune to stuns. But we'll still take it because there's nothing else. We're going to take one of these over here. I think it's this one. Maybe that one. I forget. One of these is good for us. And let's keep going. It should be. We talked to him. Now we can actually sail to the bridge encampment. Nice. And we're just going to work our way up to the city, and I'll see. Oh, we're here already. Beautiful. So, in this episode, we did some trading. We're saving up to have 120 of these. How close are we? So that we can sell them for 40 chaos. Not very far away at all, actually. In fact, if we might have to buy another big chunk of wisdom scrolls, but that's okay. And how many did we get there? Almost 3. We're getting more of these alteration shards. And what do we get? An augment. Okay. And let's put these away.
Shall we keep, Savior?
We're doing well on these now. And we could probably use a little bit of those, but not too many, like maybe 10 of them. And that'll get us a chunk of scrolls back too.
Hello.
But I want to keep at least 20 on hand because there's reasons for it. And now we put off the inevitable a little bit. Very cool. In the next episodes, we're just going to be continuing on, getting stronger. We're going to be spending points. 56. We could probably I'll probably just go out and get the next level right now. But so we made it to 57. We're in good shape, and we're looking forward to it. We're going to have enough chaos to get a 6 link, but this is, you can see this is just crushing all the content right now. And we'll keep pushing ahead, and we'll get through it and into maps. I can't wait. Have a good one, and enjoy.